Yo, what's up everyone? This is Abdurrahim here from Technology. Today guys, we're going to discuss about installing an operating system which is an open source. I call it Ubuntu. It's an Ubuntu 16. So it's an LTS. So we're going to start here. This is the home page. After all, I just tried it out. So here is the way we tried it out. As you can see here, this is the way you tried it out. When you're starting installing it, before you install it, there's one screen coming. In the first screen it will ask you trying it, and the other screen it will ask you installing it. So we're going to install it. After all, I tried it out, but right now I just want to install it. So I'll click the install icon here on the desktop, waiting for it to respond. Actually, it will ask me some questions like select the language you want to speak. So if your language is any of on the list, you can hit on the go, and my language is English, so I'll continue to another second screen. As you can see, it will ask me again, preparing to install Ubuntu. The software subject to license terms included with its documentation, some its property. So here it's like graphics and stuff. You can hit the button and continue, and waiting for it to respond. So it will take some couple of minutes generating the files on the graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and Flash, MP3 and other media. Whoa, we got the screen. Right here it will ask you erase Ubuntu and reinstall. Install Ubuntu alongside Ubuntu. So first of all I messed around. I was having Windows 10, so I wanted only to install Ubuntu. I don't want to use a closed source platform. Now I'll select here erase Ubuntu and install and reinstall it, because when I say install Ubuntu alongside Ubuntu, it will, when it finishes installing, it will ask me another screen where I can select the Ubuntu which crashed. So I'll erase the first Ubuntu and install it here. It will ask me then blah blah blah, then I'll hit continue. In the third screen it will ask you select the country. So you'll select wherever the country you are, maybe Cuba in Southern America or Sao Paulo, but me, I'm from here. Oh, the installer crashed to the hard disk. We got the error here. Okay, no problem with that at all. We can fix it. Continue. We are sorry, the installer failed. Collecting the data. Okay, actually the problem here is that it failed, but the main thing here is that we are just seeing Ubuntu 16, and we're gonna preview it after all and see what does it have, what things is it worth it or not. Okay, I'll go to the main list here. This is the search bar here. You can search anything you want over here which are on your PC. And secondly, you'll have the installer disk. You can jump it. You can have my files here. So my files, it will display for you the directory of home, desktop, documents, music, pictures and videos, and trash and all that, and the hard drive here, if it can mount. Woo, it just mounted. I never thought if it can mount through the installer without installing the OS. Okay, we have library here, Office, as you can know, like Microsoft Office, but in here in Ubuntu we have their own type of platform which can help on writing, like Office, like Office Impress. All of them, they have their own functionality. Last but not least, I like about this, it's having Ubuntu software. It's like a store on Windows 10 and OS X, like App Store and all that. Ubuntu has its own store where you can download bunch of apps if you want to on the store. But we have Amazon here. You all know about Amazon, the market, and we have the system settings here. After all, we have a system settings here. We have a bunch of stuff here. We have like appearance. You can trigger appearance. We can trigger brightness and lock, language support, online accounts, security, entry, network, power, mouse, keyboard, display and color, Bluetooth, printers, sound, and Wacom tablet, and details. So we can hit details and see our PC and all of that. After all, in this PC we have 1.9 gigabyte of RAM, which is not bad, a processor of Celeron, which is kind of dual processor. Okay, no problem. Using an open source with dual processor, I seems it's a little bit great. After all, you're just doing like coding. You don't do those extensive stuffs. So like OS type is a 64-bit and we have disk 935.5 MB. So we can go back here and we can close this tab and we can search on the terminal. Okay, you all know about the terminal, how it's used. We can say Control Alt and T. Control Alt and T. Come on, why does it not respond? Woo, it just came here. So here is the terminal window. You can enter here like saying sudo. It will give you some command prompt about sudo and all the stuff, but you can say help if you don't know about some kind of codes, and you can maximize it. So here is the bunch of codes of the terminal of Ubuntu, which it can help you out. You can read them and check them out. So guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe in my channel. And last but not least, open source is much better than closed source. In my opinion, I can say, in my perspective, open source is much better than closed source. It's like closed source, they own you. Open source, no one owns you. You are the contributor. So guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next time.